A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all back to my channel, Tia Dental DK. As you all know, my name is Dr. Tuba, and the main aim of this channel is to provide guidance for all the medical professionals and the skilled professionals who would like to consider other countries as an option to work in, acquire education from, or to settle down in, etc. So before we get on with the video, guys, my humble request, if you're new to the channel or if you like my content, kindly do subscribe to my channel so that more weekly content is available to you. So today we're going to talk about how to work as a dentist in Italy. And of course, this is for all the dentists who got their education from a non-EU country. And we're going to start with discussing the table of contents now. So now we're going to start with the table of contents, which is a step-by-step procedure of how to work as a non-EU dentist in Italy. So we're going to start with the qualification recognition, then comes the language proficiency, then professional recognition, additional examinations, and recognition with the professional bodies. So these are the 5 steps which we're going to talk more in detail. So now we're going to start with the recognition of qualification. So the recognizing body is the Italian Ministry of Health, just like we have the GDC in England or the Patient Authority in Denmark. Just like that, we have Italian Ministry of Health in Italy. So how you start your procedure? First, you send them an email that you're interested in working, in Italy, and you can also send your documents or your transcript or your degree, especially because they might ask for it. So they will, of course, reply, and they will send you, guidance on how to apply. But the most important thing is they will also ask you about your Italian language proficiency, because, of course, it is a European country. You need to speak the language of that country, which is Italian. So if you have already started learning Italian before, that is amazing. But if not, please start with learning Italian first, or be in the process of learning Italian when you send them an email. So that would be the best. Now, when the Italian Ministry of Health is going to give you a reply to your email, they would also guide you with some additional documentation and also tell you that you can start learning the language. Now, if you're already learning the language, of course, it is an advantage. So I recommend that if you're in your own country, there must be some Italian language schools or online, start learning Italian. Or if you're already in Italy, just enroll in a language school and make sure that you pass B2 level above, so you have a certificate. So with that certificate, along with the documentation list that you have, you can gather the documentation and you're ready to proceed your case and send it to the Ministry of Health. Now, on this site, there's a folder by the name of Annex E1. That is the folder where there's a list of documentation that you have to gather. If you cannot find it, kindly message me on Instagram and I will send it to you. Now, you have done with the language and you have your B2 certificate. That, along with all of your certificates and the documents which are mentioned in the Annex E1, you gather all of them and you send them to the Ministry of Health in Italy. Now, to what I've heard about Italy is that all cases are treated differently. So sometimes if a non-EU dentist has a lot of experience or specialization training, maybe they do not have to give any exam or they do not have to do any additional training. But in many cases, you might have to give additional exams or you have to go through additional training. So that depends upon case to case. So after you've given all of your documentation and you're applied, it depends upon their decision. And of course, they would let you know if you need any additional exams or if you are approved without any additional exams or if you have to do training. So that depends upon your case, depends upon your qualification, depends upon their answer. So that's how it's going to go. Usually, as a non-EU dentist, you might have to take additional exams or you might have to go into training. That depends. But yes, there is a chance that you might have to go through all this before you get the final recognition or approval to work as a dentist in Italy. And once you've taken the exams and passed them and your training is complete, you're good to go to work as a dentist in Italy. All right, so once you have completed the examinations or done the additional training as needed, you are now eligible to work as a dentist in Italy. Now, if you're already in Italy, you can very easily, register yourself with a recognizing body and start working as a dentist. If you're not in Italy and you're in some other country, what you have to do is you have to start applying for jobs. And once you get a job, through their sponsorship, you can get a work permit and, of course, a visa very easily. And then you can move to Italy and start working as a dentist. So this is the entire procedure of how to work as a dentist in Italy. Alright, so that would be all for this video, guys. If you need any help, kindly do message me on Instagram and I'll get back to you. Thank you.